Chem to Kill is a new business dedicated to fighting COVID-19 on Teesside and in the northeast. It uses the best cleaning products in the industry, all manufactured within the Teesside and Tees Valley footprint, and it makes places of business safe to work in. This business has come about as the brainchild of two dynamic and exciting young entrepreneurs, Kate Soley and Jack Woods, who join me now. First of all, Jack, you've got a background in cleaning. How did you meet up with Kate for this venture?
So me and Kate had a mutual friend, and we met each other through that. And we basically sort of seen the situation that was going on at the moment, and what's going on around the world really, and thought it was a great idea to set up and get going with it really, and try and get a business off the floor to help keep business moving and keep people on Teesside safe.
Kate, you've obviously looked at what Jack's products are in the cleaning sector. What drew you to him, and do you have confidence in his abilities in this specialist sector?
Yeah, I do, 100%. It was actually Jack that sourced these machines and the chemicals that we use in them. And obviously they're all UCAS and NHS approved. And Jack's done an endless amount of research to make sure that the machines we're using are the best that we can find alongside the chemicals, so that we can offer the 99.99% kill rate of all the pathogens, obviously including coronavirus. So 100% trust in Jack and his ability, yeah.
Kate, just tell me what the offer is. If you have a small business or even a large business, what is it that specifically you can do, and how quickly can you do it?
Well, mainly we want to offer reassurance to staff and the service users and business owners that their area can be completely decontaminated of 99.99% of all pathogens, including coronavirus, and create a safe workplace really for everybody that's coming in, like I say, the service users and the staff. So we go in and we can fog the full area in quite a short space of time, really. So it's really efficient, and we aim to have as little disruption for businesses as possible. Obviously, time is of the essence at the minute to get businesses reopen, and we want to do that as quickly for them as we can do, really. So we just offered that reassurance that their whole place, even areas that are hard to reach with conventional cleaning, are reached with this specialised fogging system. As quickly as we can.
Let's bring in Jack, and let's ask Jack how you go about doing it. Tell me what the process involves, and how long does it take for a typical smaller building? I know you've been doing nursery schools, so people can think of a nursery school. So tell us what you do, the technical bits, and how long it would take.
So how we do it is it's a 3-stage process. We go in there and give the building a full deep clean, remove just as a normal deep clean would be, and we get the area spotless really. We then start a fogging process, and that basically it's like a fine mist that we spray over everything in the room, and once the mist lands on any surface, it then begins to start killing pathogens and bacteria and viruses. Once the fogging process is complete, we leave the building, we close everything, tape everything off, leave it about an hour and a half, test the air, make sure it's safe to go back in without breathing apparatus. And then we'll go back in and do a touch point clean. So all like underneath keyboards, anywhere where the mist won't initially land, we'll go and clean underneath there, underneath desks, chairs, that sort of thing.
What kind of businesses is this appropriate for?
There really isn't a limitation on it. Any business that operates and has people there should really be looking at getting something like this done. Just maybe even as a precautionary measure. It doesn't have to be that you've had someone infected at the workplace. It's just to make sure that you're doing the utmost, everything you can to keep people safe at work and your customers as well.
Are you able to give customers of yours, businesses, some kind of certificate, some kind of proof that they've had this deep clean done?
Yeah, so what we do is once we've finished the process, we'll do a swab check. So we'll do a swab check before to see what sort of viruses and bacteria on the surface, and we'll do a swab test afterwards to show what we've done has actually worked and it's worked efficiently. And then we'll give them a certificate to say we've been in on this day, carried out these 3 processes, and we don't think you'll need our services again for X amount of time.
So the amount of time it would last, I suppose, would depend on the environment that you're doing the cleaning in.
Yeah, there's a lot of different factors. Obviously, footfall's a massive one. We've been working in some places that have got quite a high footfall, so they require like weekly touch point cleans and just to keep on top of things. But businesses that just have the same people coming in and out, as long as there's no infection, can you limit that down maybe bi-weekly or a little bit more irregular than that maybe.
Kate, if I bring you in, we've heard some of the technical bits there. I suppose when it comes to the kind of customers that would want it, it would be businesses, small and large, who want to reassure staff and their clients. But once they're underway, if somebody has tested with COVID-19 or is on the isolation list as a result of test and trace, I suppose then it would definitely be prudent to have a deep clean anyway.
Yeah, and obviously any areas that there has been a known trace of coronavirus, it's imperative to get the place completely deep cleaned and decontaminated where you can. And obviously we want to make our service as accessible for anybody really. You know, time has been hard for a lot of businesses at the minute, and that's why we want to go in with competitive prices. We've recently managed to slash one of our competitors' prices by 75%. So we're wanting to be an approachable business as well, to make sure that any area that has come down with a case of coronavirus is in a financial position where they can invest in having our service in there. Because at the minute it's just so important to not cut any corners, not be complacent with anything, and to really put staff and people at the forefront of protecting them.
Okay, Jack, Kate, you obviously two young entrepreneurs, dynamic, ready to roll. Is this a business that's set for the long term then? You've met during this crisis and got a new business model together. What's the future look like for Chem to Kill? Jack first.
I think me and Kate have had a discussion about the future of this business, and we're hoping to keep this going for quite some time, and really we want to be there to prevent this virus getting into workplaces. We don't want to be going in after the virus. We want to be preventing it from the off and making sure that the spread is really, really limited. And I think if we do that over the next couple of months, years, and keep at it, I think it's really going to help business on Teesside especially. And
Kate?
Yeah, I just think it's important to remember that aside from coronavirus, any kind of virus can get into the country. It's an invisible enemy, whether it be coronavirus or another virus, and it is something that's a real threat to our country, our economy, the world. So really we want to become a national brand that's known for its expertise and professionalism and our competitive prices as well. And hopefully we can take it, nationally and help everyone across the UK fight this battle that we're going to be having ongoing, really. So that's the plan moving forward.
Well, look, thank you for joining us. We're putting the website of this venture at the end of this video. If you have a business premises and you want to reassure your customers, if you want to reassure your clients, and if you want to reassure your staff, a deep clean is a really good way of doing it. And I can tell you from experience that the prices are not prohibitive, particularly for smaller businesses. Check the website at the end of this video and get in touch with Kate or Jack.